Happy Friday. Welcome back to the 24-Hour Show. Thank you for joining us. I'm your host, Brittany, here with
Eddie. Happy motherfucking Friday. We are here. Markets have been volatile, and that has not stopped Robinhood at all. Hood right now at 55. Where's the camera at? 84. This is crazy.
Congratulations, Hoodsters.
Let me give you some confetti real quick. You
We
know.
deserve it. Let's go!
55.84. It really wanted to hit 56 today.
It was so close.
Yeah, it's only up 5.15%. Like I said, market didn't, we ended red today, still above 6,000. So I'm cool with that. It's only January, but Hood right here, 55.84.
Gosh, that's such a beautiful sight.
Damn, Hoodsters, man, you guys did it. I'm at this point right now because I'm writing in my investing journal, and I'm like, I feel bullish. I feel underexposed. I feel like Hood is could be undervalued for a future play. And yeah, I have a bunch of cash landing in my 401k next week, and I'm like, what am I gonna do? Where's the market's gonna be at? So it's an exciting time.
So important to have cash available when opportunity presents itself. So be prepared and be ready to deploy some capital this coming year. I would say this is going to be a crazy time.
Yeah, I'm sad that we started barely doing these shows because obviously I've been investing in the stocks since IPO. We both did. We followed it down. We followed it up. We saw everything, the thesis change. We saw Vlad become a better CEO. We saw the market start forgiving Robinhood for GME stuff, and
let's just say Robinhood is coming out with so many new rollouts and products that GME situation is coming a thing of the past. People are slowly forgetting.
Yeah, and next week we have earnings.
February 12th at 2 p.m. I love the numerology. I don't know how they do it. Who's running that, but they always have some really good numbers.
Wait, what was the date?
February 12th. 2 p.m. 2:12, 2:05, 2 p.m. I just love that.
Yeah, they kill it. What was it?
What was it for Investor Day? It was another day that they did. Was it 11/11?
No, Investor Day was 12/8.
12/8/24. 12/8/24. That's another one though.
They did an 11/11. They did an 8/8 call.
Yeah.
Nah, they be on it.
They really do move.
Vlad got an astrologist in his
and a numerologist for sure.
They're over here making moves, but yeah, we're going to go ahead. Speaking of earnings, those are happening next week, like Britt said, and we're going to go ahead and watch a video. They actually announced that they will be doing video calls, which I think is super cool. Let's watch this video, and we'll give you our little takes on this after.
Hey everyone, Vlad here. I wanted to tell you, first of all, we love our retail investor community. We got some feedback on prior earnings calls that maybe they were a little bit dry. They could be a little bit more engaging to listen to. And we took that very seriously. And so I'd love to announce that we're doing a live video earnings call for the very first time. So you'll be able to see Jason and I and also Chris in the flesh, updating you on the state of the business and also answering some live questions. So that'll be live streaming on X, on YouTube, and of course on our investor site at investors.robinhood.com. February 12th afternoon. Hopefully see you all there. Hey everyone, Vlad here.
I wanted
to tell you, first of all, we love our retail investor community.
Yes. How do you feel about that?
Quite exciting news. I
is.
absolutely love it. That camera angle, it felt so personal. Like Vlad is speaking just to the hoodsters, just to the investors. I think we needed that. Also, we love seeing his drip. He is the drippiest CEO ever.
What sneakers will Vlad wear? We didn't. Oh man, he's pulled out some iconic sneakers. A lot of AJ ones. He has a lot of Air Jordan ones.
I still haven't seen anything on what shoes he was wearing at Hood Summit, but those were fly.
It was matchy. I feel like, was it Summit? No, it was the rebrand. Was it the Summit?
Yeah, it was Hood Summit. Was it the green one?
Yeah, it might have been. Yeah, if anyone has close-ups of those neon green, Robin Hood green shoes that he had on.
Shoot him over,
I saw like one blurry video. I probably have a blurry picture in here. But if you go to my X feed, I've posted every time he has some dope shoes on.
Also, I saw a really sick jacket. I'm like, does he have either a stylist or his wife, or he's just a hype guy?
He was cool before CEOs were cool. That's how I see it. I was like, yo, Vlad has that swag of like, he is the face of Robinhood. Yeah. He has the, you know what I'm saying.
We always say, is it the V for Vendetta, or what is it's just that Robinhood vibe, the facial hair, even with his haircut, it still gives that same vibe.
Yeah, he gives that vibe, like, I'm gonna, steal from the rich, give
democratize finance for all.
Exactly. No, this is...
But I think that's great, because we did see, this week actually, we saw Alex Karp of Palantir. He gave a stellar earnings call with video. So much, so much energy, and the community loves and adores it. So
yeah, and I think as Robinhood's trying to cultivate the retail shareholders and this fan base that's coming around Robinhood, and that will continue to grow, they are going to do a lot more retail stuff. And like you said, this isn't like a regular CEO's announcement where they go hit the Bloomberg terminal, hit all the tradition. No, Vlad's on talking to retail analysts. He's talking into the phone and getting posts up like that, really being the voice for his company that he founded. And it's at that level though where the marketing is just genius. Like the way these guys are putting stuff out, and
their marketing team with their media team and their social media team has just really, they've taken off.
Yeah. This new identity that they have too is definitely, these guys are pioneers of this new style of investing, on your phone, in your pocket. But they now got this grown up, brand new look, which we didn't get to talk about. But we were, if you go look at our Twitters, we were like going crazy,
it's beautiful, making gifts, so memes. Clean.
It's definitely
the colorway, feels everything. Good.
Yeah,
feels abundant.
Feels like a good brand. And let's not forget this retail story that's going around there too, because there are definitely analysts following Hood, but I feel like there's not enough analysts following Hood, and that's when you have to pivot and look for other analysts, sometimes retail analysts, and you end up finding guys like Amit, like Crossroads, and these guys are speaking about Hood on Twitter, on YouTube, and hopefully you can find the value elsewhere when the analysts aren't talking about it, because that's where the opportunity will be.
I really appreciate those guys that keep us updated. They are give great calls, great information. They are constantly following the markets, constantly following the news, and sharing it with their followers.
Yeah. Too, before we move on, also Amit will be doing his his earnings predictions tomorrow too. So we'll be tuning in for that. And might have some more commentary in regards to that, because Robinhood is able to give us, metrics over the past month all the time. And so by the time you get to the earnings call, you can kind of guesstimate at least have 2/3 of the information, and you can kind of guesstimate that last month for the quarter. And I
don't think we're in for any surprises, but pleasant surprises are always welcomed.
Yeah. We're
before we move on past earnings, I did want to just mention some of these really, like, the top 10 questions that shareholders have asked in the app. If you haven't given your input, there's still time to do so. Let's see. When will the gold card be available to a broader audience? Yeah. I think everybody wants to know that. So I really do hope they answer that one. It's not about that, man.
Get your credit up, get your balances up.
Get your money up, young buck.
Get them deposits in, get that 2% match that's going on right now, and get more money into your Robinhood account, and you will most likely jump more to the front of the line. I don't know if that's true. I'm just talking, but obviously send that referral code out. If you get enough people to sign up for the gold and apply for the credit card, I mean, they're gonna hand it over to you eventually. So yeah, it's gonna come. I am getting impatient, but it's still going to be worth the wait.
Absolutely.
Pun intended when it comes. So,
love the Pooja says, love the realized P&L and tax lot features. How about a dividend this year?
Yeah, I would like a dividend tracker, maybe a future dividend tracker. Everyone has different strategies. Some people are going for growth. Some people are going for trading, where the P&L comes in handy, and others want the dividends. So yeah, I would definitely put that in there. I think it will contribute to the same effect that Robinhood gives us our gold tracker, and it allows us to see how much we got on our deposits and how much we should expect to receive over the next year. I think the dividend tracker will also play the same effect for people in the dividend strategy. They are going to see their money growing and where it could be over time, and eventually, obviously, just they'll get there. They'll be able to see the end of the tunnel. So
I think it's so important to not just chase dividends, to also make sure the company is growing. Though I got stuck in that, and I hold that stock to this day just as a little reminder. We're not chasing dividends, we want growth. But I love that. That's absolutely a great point. Joseph's question is, are you planning on raising the price of gold subscriptions? I want to add on to that. For the original gold members, will we be grandfathered in? Hopefully,
that'd be sick. Yeah, and it would cause what this day and age calls FOMO, fear of missing out. So let's say Vlad goes, oh, we're gonna grandfather in all our gold users who believed in us from when we started this program by the end of April, by April 30th.
Best day in the world, guys.
So if you actually were able to lock in this what is it, $5 a month or $50 a year, if you're able to lock in this gold subscription, you can keep it as long as you're renewing that. But new people who would want to sign up, maybe up their subscription to $7 or $8 or something. It's well worth it. Like I said, you're getting all your money back, but this would create,
it does pay for itself.
This is going to create that sudden boost in gold. And for anyone who follows the stock Robinhood, this is the best metric to measure them. Why? Because gold users put more money in the platform, they invest more, they trade more, they do more options. Overall, they create more activity, and it's the best way to actually measure Robinhood's growth rather than new signups or whatever. The gold user is like the ultimate Robinhood user, and once you put that $5 in, you start seeing why the benefits outweigh the $5 a month. The $5 feels so free, and grandfathering us in would be a big wave of news for everybody.
Absolutely, I completely agree. The last question I want to get to is Alexander B asks, will Robinhood offer loans such as microloans, auto loans, home loans, and even SBA loans? What is the timeline for these types of offerings on the Robinhood roadmap? I love this specifically for the auto loans. Possibly for collateralized lending. You put up, you want to finance your Cybertruck. Let's put up X amount of shares of Tesla. Something like that. That is great for the horizon.
It's definitely way up there. Like I always point to it. It's like, there's so much low hanging fruit right here that we can really grab before stretching out to a new product like that. But I imagine Robinhood engineers are really working on some other stuff that can change the game. It's always,
they're always innovating over there.
Yeah. So I wouldn't put it past them.
And right now it really feels like all gas, no brakes. Exciting times to be a hood investor. Okay, what do we have up next?
Well, my friend Chang.
Shout out to Chang with the early info.
Yeah, he went ahead and found this in the TNCs. It always pays to read these terms and conditions, and
they're updating them daily. I mean, I see when I'm reading some of them, I see updated 15 hours ago, so they are always on that.
Yeah, you might be able to find some alpha or some information that hasn't been announced by Robinhood by going through terms and conditions. I believe I read something that they're doing these advisories, and they were keeping track of how much assets were under these advisory funds back in December, which was 0 because they haven't announced it yet. But they're keeping track of this and putting out these files, which to me, I'm like, okay, well, we'll make sure that this entire advisory fund is ready to go when it's ready to go. But they sneak it out in the TNCs. And I found some other information in TNCs in the past that was days before announcements. So shout out to Chang coming through. How do you feel about that?
I absolutely love it. So the official announcement is that, sorry guys, just lost my place. Hood introduces advisory service for retirement accounts 0.25% management fees.
That's crazy.
Absolutely insane. But it is free for gold members with over $100,000.
It's free for the balance over 100K. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So like you'll still get the 0.25 on your 100K. Anything over that, you'll have to you'll get for free. So that's what's cool is they have a cap. Like who's capping you at 100K? I think this is enticing for investors to bring their money over, get this 2%, get the 3% on Robinhood, get the 1% of deposits, whatever route you want to go. And then if you want to, if you dumped your advisory or your financial advisor in that time, you have this alternative option that's going to be amazing. And I don't know if this is synergy with the trade PMR thing, but it looks like this will, because if they're just funneling them over to trade PMR or using the technology from Trade PMR called Fusion, which would like manage the RIA, the registered investment advisors. This is like perfect, but exactly we don't know what's going on yet. It was announced in TNC, so we don't have no info on that.
People are speculating. Ryabish posted earlier. Robinhood signaled previously that AI would be a component of the investing financial planning process, calling financial advice a natural extension for AI. Yet, Tanev no doubt was also aware of the concerns voiced in September by Micah Huptman, Director of Investment Protection for the Consumer Federation of America. The use of AI also carries potential risks, including AI washing, unsound retail investor-facing products and services, black box risk, model and data risk, lack of clear disclosures of AI-associated risk, bias, and
risk. All I see is reward.
But it seems that Vlad is aware, and he's aware that he needs to steer clear and do basically a kind of a mixture of human and AI.
Right. I mean, that makes sense because, and I'm not even gonna lie, like you don't want to bug a person all the time, but if you have like a really good financial LLM, you can get to, intrinsic value questions, book valuations, you can get to like the crux of what you need. So, it's just, for me, I like the idea of AI financial advisors, but not 100%. I definitely want some sort of human involved the process, and I'll get to that.
So where it says steering clear, they do address, while RAM, the Robinhood Assets Manager, usually uses computer-based models and algorithms to assist in portfolio management, the RAM investment strategy team adjusts portfolios for a variety of reasons, including when they have a change in investment or economic view or during unusual market conditions, the AVB2 says. In addition, the methodology by which investment decisions are made is approved and periodically reviewed by RAM's investment committee. So that's great. It looks like they will be continuing to monitor accounts, and it's not just like this is the advice and it goes. They'll keep you abreast of a change of situations or market sentiment.
Yeah, I wonder if this is like a fiduciary advisor, because a lot of it is very clear on like how they're making money. When it goes over those ways, it basically is saying every way that Robinhood was known to make money before advisors.
Because people were wondering how Robinhood was collecting those fees, but as you said, there are many ways, such as the cash sweep program. What else do they have?
Stock lending, just all the ways that they make money.
And the next thing that we have right here is the portfolio recommendation for ETFs, and then the stock lending recommendation.
Yeah, so these guys, I mean, the AI will make money though, so that's pretty cool. But I would like it if I could put a request in, because it hasn't obviously been announced yet. The way I would use it, because I am interested in using the product, I would want it to be a separate account that I can like put into a RAM management account, you know what I'm saying, and not affect all my portfolio, especially all of it on Robinhood. It's like, oh, you opt in, now you're paying this 0.25 on your entire thing. Point. It's like, oh, I'd rather just like test it out and put $1,000 into one of these funds, see what's going on, be able to maybe keep a public portfolio with you guys on how the AI is trading and what moves it's making and stuff like that. So yeah, I definitely think they're gonna put a lot of thought into it. But
I think they already have. I'm just excited for that.
It has not been announced yet. So it hasn't been announced yet. We don't know when it's going to be announced. Chang just dug something out of terms and conditions. So thank you, Chang.
I'm saying these hoodsters do not let it sleep. They are always searching the app, searching the terms and conditions, searching.
I'm putting Robinhood.com / random words, see if something pops up for me.
I love it.
We're out there. We're gonna find it. So yeah, let's see. Anything else? No, it looks like we're all good on the day. You know, this was a great week, ending out almost at 56. Next week we'll probably get there. Again, I'll keep my update on my 401k transfer. It lands next week.
We'll be normalizing 60 end of year. I mean, that won't even be a question.
This is crazy. It's crazy we went up this much, and we're going to be able to document all of this stuff throughout the year. I think it's going to be a crazy year. Like, we haven't even begun to announce some of the stuff. We haven't even reported on earnings, and we're not in the S&P yet. There's just so much stuff right there. Like, as soon as we get it, we're going to be gone. So shout out to all the hoodsters who've been holding it down. Thanks for tuning in to the channel. Please subscribe, like, follow me on X at EdMonies.
Follow me at Brittany's Bliss, and we will see you tomorrow for another update. Thank you so much for joining us. Goodbye.